Hey guys, good afternoon. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Hi. Okay.
Yes,
So
coach.
while preparing, I'd like to quickly introduce you guys to your language trainer. She's actually one of a good friend. I've worked with her from back when I was a customer service representative, right around 2007, and she worked her way up the ladder to now a training manager in one of the top call centers here in the Philippines. And she will be your trainer for the next 5 days for the first 2 hours. So this will be a pretty long week for us. Her name is Lynette Balo. Ate, what's your last name now? Sorry, forgot.
No, it's the same. I
Oh,
haven't.
you
Yeah,
didn't change? Okay.
no.
Okay. So her name is Lynette Balo. And guys, remember our five rules. Bawal ang balat sibuyas. Ate, I can't translate that in English. I'm sorry. Bawal ang balat sibuyas. Bawal ang hindi active. You have to be proactive. Questions will be sent via Google form. And most importantly, the goal of this training would be for you guys to learn English. So it's English only policy. All right. Are we clear, guys?
Got it,
Clear.
coach.
All right.
Coach.
Well, I'll leave the floor to you, Ate Lynette. I'll be in the background. I'd probably do a couple of stretchings, but if you guys need me, I'm here. Okay.
How many are we expecting today?
70 plus. Wait, let
Oh,
me check
okay.
the attendance. Hold on.
Let's just wait for a couple more. I guess 5 minutes more since I think the others are still joining. Since we're expecting around 70 plus, let's wait around 5 to 10 minutes if it's okay with everyone.
Sure.
All right. I'll just get water and then I'll be back.
And I'm getting coffee.
All right. Okay, guys, just let's just wait for a few more minutes since we are expecting a big class today. Let's just wait for 5 to 10 minutes. For those who wanted to get coffee or wanted to go to the restroom, go ahead and do that, and we'll start in about 5 to 10 minutes. All right. Hello again, everyone. Okay, welcome to your language training 101. So, this is guide for new hires. So, this is just basic for your English proficiency. Okay, so I hope everybody is doing great today. Here in our area currently is raining, so I hope that there wouldn't be any power interruption. I was actually telling Morose or Mary earlier that um, it it's their lights are kind of flickering here, so I'm afraid that I might got cut off, but hopefully it won't happen again. There's no more thunder. I do not hear any thunder anymore. Earlier I was, but now I don't hear anything. Hopefully it will not no rain again. So again, I would like to welcome all of you to your language training 101. Okay. Um, Let me just again introduce myself. Um, that there's my picture. I apologize. I don't have my video or camera on. It's because my background is a bit
Full of
it,
toys.
yes, it's full of toys, and I don't want everybody to see all of the toys that I have right now. But probably tomorrow I'll try. But here's my picture. This is me. Again, Mary already informed you earlier how we met. We've been together. We've known each other for a long time. We were on the same wave back in our previous company. Before.
Was it
Uh,
2006, ate? I'm sorry. I totally forgot the
yeah,
year.
I think it is 2006.
Love it.
Yes, it is 2006 of August. Is it
Oh,
August?
oh, it
Yes,
is.
it is August.
Happy anniversary.
That
Oh
was
my God.
2006. That's how long we've known each other. Okay, and like Mary said, I've worked my way up. A customer representative, and then a trainer apprentice or a flex trainer, and then a trainer, and then a training supervisor, and then now a training manager. So um, something interesting about me, like what Mary said, we're into toys. My partner and I are into toys right now. That is our business. Um, I don't want to say the name, but yeah, we sell online. Okay, so there. What do I do during my free time right now? Of course, just cleaning and helping out with the toy business. And I am still currently working. So this is a part time for me, and I am grateful for Mary for giving me that, because of course we know this is additional. So there. So that's me. I know that we are a lot today. So I'm not sure if we would be able to introduce each other, but I would like to hear your voices. Okay, we'll do that later on. Just house rules, guys. Okay, please be on time all the time. Since we're just, especially here in the language training, it's just going to be 2 hours, and this is just going to run for 5 days. So hopefully that everybody will be here. No, no interruptions. So please keep your mobile phones in silent or off. Um, Again, guys, this is something for you that you would be able to benefit. So we hope that you'd you know be here always, okay, all day. Not really all day, sorry, but throughout the week that we have scheduled. Okay, again, like what Mary said earlier, participation, learn and enjoy the exercises. Okay, because that's how we will actually be able to practice. Okay, so learn and enjoy the exercises. Again, English only policy. Okay, so we would like all of you, of course, to speak English. Okay, from now on. This is for you to be able to practice, guys. Because for you to be able to, speak fluently is for you to practice it. Okay, for you to always do it. Okay, because if you're only going to do it when somebody's talking to you, then that's going to be hard. Okay, it's going to, especially if you're just going to talk, the only time that you will speak in English is when you are talking to customers or to clients, or if you are in an interview, because you're not going to be able to practice, you're not going to be able to set your mind to speak the language. Okay, so I need you to speak in English. I know some of you are, it's a Filipino way that you say po and opo. Please disregard that for now. Again, do not use any vernacular for now. There will be times wherein I will call on you. So it would be like on the number three, the number three we have there, it says participation. So don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid, because this is the time for you to be able to speak up again, to practice. Okay, so don't be afraid to talk and speak. All right. Our expectations. Okay, the expectations, of course, I would like you to be comfortable. Okay, be comfortable as possible. This is because that's how you're going to learn. Okay, if you're too pressured, I don't think that you'll be able to learn anything. Okay, if there's a pressure or there's stress. Okay, so be comfortable, ask questions. Okay, I would really love if you would, ask questions, and we will, if I don't know the answer, we will search for it together. We will learn it, we will be able to learn it together. Okay, share your thoughts. If you think that I have incorrect information, I would rather you tell me. Okay, again, this is sharing. Okay, so we will learn together. And of course, listen. Okay, listen. Stay focused. Okay, I know that it's going to be hard, especially because right now we're all at home, we're doing tons of stuff. But as much as possible, I would like you to stay focused. Okay, be respectful. Why? Why is be respectful included? This is because, of course, there will be times wherein people would be able to mispronounce words. So please don't make fun of them. Okay. Again, we are all here to learn. Okay. So be respectful. And of course, have fun. Okay. Have fun. That's very important because, like what I said, we don't want you to get too pressured. Okay. We're all learning here. You know how it is right now. All of the things that we're doing is online. So, it's easier to learn things if you're having fun. If you're not having fun at all, maybe this is not for you. If you feel that it's really hard, okay, maybe this is not for you. However, what I want you to think about is how will you be able to know, or how you'll be able to be confident in speaking the language if you will not try, right? So you have to try. You have to practice. Okay, again, practice, practice, practice. All right? Okay. Okay, like what I said, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but because I would like to hear your voices. We have 60 participants right now. Um, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, Mary, but would can
You,
we pass? I
yeah,
don't know.
you can just pick from a couple of participants just so we'd have like a better overview of what needs improvement. Like just pick on the list. I'll leave it
Okay.
to you.
All right. Yes, that's right. Because I would like to hear, some of you talk. Okay. So let's see the participants are here. There's a lot. I love it. Okay. Um, sorry about that. Let's see. Uh, let me let me pause it
who's the
first.
who's the lucky winner?
Yeah, let's see. Uh, Uh-huh. Yeah, I paused my screen so that you won't be able to see what I'm, how
Who's
I'm
the
picking.
lucky one?
Yeah, how I'm picking. Okay, let's hear from. I see a lot of women.
Yes, and most of them are actually moms who don't have call center experience. So this would be
Mm.
pretty interesting.
Yes, which is, like what I said, you take advantage of this, you take advantage of this because this is how it's an additional, additional money for us. So learn as much as you can. So the first one that I would like to hear from is Giselle Makutay.
Hello, did you
Hi,
hear me?
Giselle.
Uh,
Yes.
will I turn on the video or not necessarily?
Not necessarily. You can just introduce yourself, like what is showing on the screen. Personal information, work experience, hobbies. No.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jason Glaze Makutay. I work as a civil engineer for 5 years, and now I am shifting myself as a virtual assistant or a social media marketer. Uh, I shift to this kind of business because in my in line of professional attainment is I need to what do you call this? I need to have a work inside that is far away from my home right now, and I want to stay with my baby. And as a pastime, I do also have online shop, more on Shopee. I do sell garments and other stuff. And a part of that, I still learning and do some webinar aside from this for me to attend for my business, which is the becoming a virtual assistant and a social media marketer.
Very good. Very nice. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's move on to the next participant, next candidate. It's like Binibining Pilipinas.
Candidate number two.
Okay. Let's now hear from Miss Lexi Lorenzo.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon, Coach. Okay,
Good
I'm Lex.
afternoon.
I'm Lexi May Lorenzo, 25 years old. I've been an HR professional for 5 years, and I resigned last August 1 to shift to being a freelancer. And my hobbies during my free time, I usually watch YouTube videos about work from home tips and others, and of course, watching Netflix. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lexi. Okay. Maybe we can do five, right, Morose?
Yeah, we have time.
Okay. Um, okay, the next one I would like to hear from Nizabel Santiago.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Good afternoon. Yeah, so my name is Nizabel Santiago, so you can call me Niza. I'm 31 years old. I am married and I have one child. Um my work experience, I've been a manager for 8 years in a fast food company, in a fast food restaurant. So I resigned last January, and until
Lisa,
now, so since January 2020 until now, I am a full-time housewife.
Lisa,
Yes.
yeah,
Hello.
darling, can you move your mic a little, just a
Sorry,
little
sorry.
farther away from your mouth because we can hear you breathe. I'm not sure if I do the same. Please do tell me, guys, because I always tend to do that. But can you try again? Say hello.
Hello.
Better. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, that's
Hello.
much better.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Thank you.
should I repeat?
No, it's okay. Just
No, it's
continue.
okay. Yeah,
Okay,
continue.
okay. So I am sorry. Sorry. I've been a manager for 8 years in a fast food restaurant, and so I resigned last January 2020, and since then I've been a full-time housewife. My hobbies is watching Netflix and watching several webinars regarding freelancing. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Um, Next, let's hear from Miss Pauline Liagas.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Hello.
you.
Actually, Marie Llagas. I'm from Bicol region. Uh, I work as a sales and marketing executive at an automotive company. I switched to work from home jobs as a insurance consultant, and my hobbies are watching movies, um, listening to music. That's all.
All right, thank you. Okay, so yeah, upon hearing, most of us, I think, are, um, work from home, housewife, have two kids. I can hear the background that there are kids in the background, which is fine. This is something that we do right now. Okay, so most of the participants. But I would like to hear one more person. Is there? Uh, let's see. I see someone. How about Rupert Pascual?
I can speak for my hobbies. And I do
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hello.
activities.
Can you hear me, bro? My name is Robert Josh A. Pascual, and I'm from Las Piñas City, and I'm 19 years old. And currently, I am studying at Adamson University, currently second year, as taking mechanical engineering. And as of now, I don't have any professional work experience, but I had worked from my uncle from for my uncle before as from his e-commerce business, but that was just simple helping job.
Rupert, please
Hello,
move. Yeah, can you hear me okay? Please move further away from the electric fan.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hello, and my hobbies are playing playing video games and reading books, especially the self development books. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rupert. So I would just like to hear from the guys as well. Okay, it's not only for women here, but I would also like to hear from men. All right, so okay, so it's actually a diverse participants that we have right now, which is very good because we're from all walks of life, and I guess the age as well. Okay, like Rupert, only 19. Okay, since of course we wanted to take this opportunity to learn. So from time to time, like what I said, there will be times that I would call on you so that you would be able to speak and to talk. Okay, so there. So let us continue. Okay, so there. I apologize for my background if you can hear my son laughing. It's part of work from home, but
Yes. Normalize background noise.
yes, that's normal, especially at this hour. The kids are still awake and playing at this hour, so I apologize. So from time to time, I would just mute, especially if he's going to shout. So okay,
Why am I
uh,
imagining you running around like
yeah,
that?
he's playing. Actually, he's watching YouTube, so let him. All right. So training coverage. What we'll be able to learn. Okay. Of course, the first one is accent neutralization. Okay. Accent neutralization. A second, customer service skills. We're also going to tackle customer service skills. And then the third is, of course, U.S. culture and geography. Okay, we will just tackle some of their culture so that, of course, if they talk to you outside of or speak regarding outside work, then you'd be able to know what they are trying to say. Okay, so we'll tackle a little bit about U.S. culture and geography, but most of the training would be on accent neutralization. That's what we're focusing on. Okay, so language proficiency, what's in it for me? So that's the question. What's in it for me? This is for us to learn how to acquire neutral pronunciation. Okay? Learn how to acquire neutral pronunciation. This is because, of course, if we are talking to clients, we would like to be able to speak in a neutral accent. We don't want to speak in an accent that is too Filipino or too regional. Okay, we want to acquire neutral pronunciation. Okay, the next is be able to think in English. Okay, be able to think in English. What does that mean? Okay, for you to be able to really speak the language, you have to think in English already. Okay, because sometimes, of course, we Filipinos, what we tend to do is literally translate words in Filipino in our mind in English. Okay, now when you put that together into a sentence, it's only us Filipinos who understands it. Okay, if you are not a Filipino, or if the one listening to you is not a Filipino, they'll be having second thoughts of what you're trying to say. That is why we already need to practice to think in English, right? Next, be able to confidently speak English. Be able to confidently speak English. Okay, again, for us to be able to speak the language or to speak it, just to um, talk confidently, practice, practice, practice. All throughout this training, that is what you're going to hear from me, the word practice. Okay, and this is the only way for us to be able to really be confident of what we're saying. Okay, all right. Let us discuss first Philippinism. What is Philippinism? Philippinism is a linguistic usage specific to or typical of the Philippines, such as open the light, switch on the light, captain ball, okay, Vian, okay. So Philippinism. We'll talk about Philippinism more. These are some examples that we have for Philippinism. Open, close the light, TV, computer. Okay, what do you think is the correct usage? Or what do you think is the correct how you're going to say this? Open, close the light. It shouldn't be open, close the light. We Filipinos, this is how we do it, or this is how we say it. Can you please open the light? Okay, how are you going to do that, right? It's not really open the light. Yes? Yes, I can see in the chat. There's a lot. Turn on, turn off. Very good. Or switch on, switch off. Good job. Okay. The next one that we have, no parking on both sides. Is there somebody who would like to talk? Because I can hear background earlier. So anyway, no parking on both sides. What does that mean? No parking on both sides. Okay, when you say no parking on both sides.
You're responding via chat.
Yeah, yes, I can see it, which is fine. That's okay. We'll just probably you know, uh, call on names when it's time to practice. I guess this is, better if they double parking is not allowed. Mm, okay. What else? What's wrong with this sentence? No parking on both sides. What do you think is wrong with this sentence?
Hi, Miss Lynette.
Hi.
I think it's no parking on either sides. Is that
That's
correct?
yes, no parking on either sides. Why? Can you park your car? Are you, your you personally, you can you park, your car in both sides? Of course not. Either sides because you're just one. Okay. So it should be no parking on either side. Okay. Thank you. Or just no parking. Right? No parking. That's correct. And the next word that we have, or the next sentence that we have for Philippinism, I slept late. Of course, we Filipinos understand this. No, we know this. Okay. However, if you are talking to your client and just say, I slept late. Okay. It actually doesn't make sense to them. Right? I slept late. It doesn't make sense. Why? You should put the subject there when you say I slept late because of, okay, or I stayed up late last night, okay, or because you're talking about sleeping, I went to bed late, okay, I went to bed late. But if you say I slept late, period, okay, only us Filipinos will understand that, okay. You say, I slept late last night. I overslept. You can say that too. All right. Next one that we have, I'm not coming to the party. Again, Filipinos, we understand this. I'm not coming to the party. Yes, that is the correct one. Princess, it says, I'm not going. It should be, I'm not going to the party. Okay. When you say coming, it's going near you. Okay, it's going near you. So if you're not coming to the party, okay, that's incorrect usage. Okay, or I'm not attending the party. Very good, Angelica. Okay, I'm not going to the party. Okay, it should be not going. It's not coming, because when you say coming or when you say the word coming, it's going towards you or near you. Don't count me in. That's right. Okay, don't count me in. I'm not invited, so I'm not going. Okay.
Hashtag no invite.
Yes, no invite. All right. I'll take a rain check expression. I'm not joining. Yep, yep. Okay, very good. Hey, time first. Okay, we usually hear this you know, in kids. Okay, hey, time first.
May magulo kasi ako dito. Paano kaya ako magta-type?
Mag-mute ka bakla.
Go on mute, please.
Guys, everyone go on mute.
The only time that you unmute is, of course, when we call on your name so that you can talk. Okay, for a moment. Okay, there. Okay, give me a moment. Wait a sec. Time freeze. Time freeze. Okay. No. So of course the correct word is time out first. You can use that. Okay, time out first. I'm going to get water. But when you say time first, it's just us Filipinos, especially when we were kids. Time first.
Time
Okay, that's how we do it.
pass.
Okay, so there. That's how we do it. Very good. Wait a second. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Next, it will be traffic. What's wrong with this? It will be traffic. Again, this is Philippinism. It will be traffic. Traffic is bad. Very good. It should be traffic is bad. Why? Because traffic, the word traffic itself, guys, it's a noun. Okay. And we Filipinos use it as adjective. So you use it as noun. Okay. Traffic is bad. That's correct. Okay. Heavy traffic. Yes, it is correct. Okay. There's a question there. Is heavy traffic correct? Yes, when you use heavy traffic, you're pertaining to the flow of the vehicles. Okay, traffic itself is the flow of the vehicles. So if you say traffic is heavy, then you know, as we Filipinos understand it, it's traffic. Okay, but when you say traffic, it's actually the movement of the vehicles. Okay, or the movement of the people. Okay, when you say traffic is light, traffic is heavy. Okay, that's correct. But it will be traffic, it's incorrect. Okay, because we're already putting the motion into the word traffic. Again, mm, you have to take note the traffic because here in the Philippines, that's how we understand it. When you say traffic, automatic, it's the heavy flow. No. Okay, so there. Traffic is congested. Okay, that's correct. Subject verb agreement should be used. Okay, so there. Next, this is the long cut, not the shortcut. It should be the long way. Okay, that's correct. Again, we Filipinos understand this. But if, Americans are listening to us, they probably be laughing because this is it's literal translation. It should be the long way. Okay? It's the next one that we have is it's taken care of. It's taken care of. So I guess the question here is what is wrong with the picture or what is wrong with this sentence? I took care of it. That's right. It's taken care of. Okay, but what's wrong with this sentence? What do you think is wrong with this sentence? You can write it. It's been taken care of. Yes, taken, took. Okay, taken and cared are both past. So that's correct. Very good. Wow, we have I don't think that they need this language training anymore, Mary. Okay, on how they're writing their answers.
Yes.
They already know the subject verb agreement. They already know past participle, right? Very good. Okay, I'll repeat again. I'll repeat again. Of course, why? Again, redundancy. Good job. Okay, redundancy. Mauling. How about mauling? Of course, here in the Philippines, we use that. Philippinism, mauling, shopping, okay, or window shop. Okay, I'm going to the mall. All right, so there. Of course, we know this, okay, Filipinos. However, if you say this to Americans, okay, sometimes they would ask you, "What do you mean by mauling?" Yeah. Get a free gift. Get a free gift. What does that mean? Get a free gift. Yes, it means for us Filipinos, we know that it's free gifts or get a gift or discounts. It's a free gift. But no, the sentence itself is incorrect. It's because gift is already free. Do you buy, for yourself a gift? I mean, gifts are already free. So there. But of course, this is used in malls. This is used in, anywhere that there's free item. Okay, you can actually use that free item instead. However, sometimes it's what do you call this? It's PR already when you put free gift, right? So there. Next week. Okay, next week. Yes, we use this. You know, we understand this. Even Americans, we hear them say this. However, the correct word should be the week after next. Okay, the week after next, next week, or 2 weeks from now, right? So there. Week after next is better. How about okay, the next one that we have fast or fats, homeworks, stuffs, foods. No S. Why? Because these are already, there's no plural forms for these words. This is one of the things, especially in the call center industry. There are, of course, people or, agents who would still use like information, no plural form. Okay, it's already a collective noun. Yes. All right. Can be collective. Yes, can be singular or plural depending on how it is being used in a sentence. That is correct. And then the last one that we have is I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead. What's that? I'll go ahead. Okay, we Filipinos, I need to go. That's the correct usage. We I'll go first. I'll leave. Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, again, this is these are words that we often use, and some Americans already understand what we're trying to say. This is because they can hear this already, and they already know how to translate it. Maybe what you're trying to say, but of course, what we're trying to at least um, understand here or use here actually is the correct usage. I'm sorry, my headphones. Okay, the correct usage of the sentence. Okay, as much as possible, we don't want to be colloquial on how they hear us as well. Why? Because sometimes if we use colloquial sentences or words with our our clients, there will be times wherein they would already talk that way, and there are words that you won't be able to understand anymore. Okay. What we're trying to do here is we want to keep it as professional as possible. Okay. We want you to use words that would be, or to respond, to speak to your clients that is, professional. That's what we need to do. Okay. Yes, there will be times wherein you'd already be talking like you're already like best friends because you have a client. You're talking to a client that's you've spoken probably twice, thrice already. However, we want to at least be professional on how we talk over the phone. All right. Okay. Let's resume. Okay. You know you're Pinoy when, okay, this is, Filipinos. You point with your lips. All right. That's how we do it. And of course, yeah, we can see this already in some vlogs that I have watched, wherein they know that you are Pinoy when you do this. Okay, they know where you're coming from when you do this. When we point with will, it's there. Okay, you point with your lips instead of you're saying it on top of the table. It's on top of the table. We Filipinos, we just point with our mouth or with our lips, for that matter. Next, you have a rosary on your car rear view mirror. Okay, so you know what, you're Pinoy. And sometimes, especially those who are, Spanish or came from the Latin America, they have this too. They are very, very onto religious as well. You put the next one that we have is you put your hands together in front of you as if to make a path and say, excuse, excuse, when you pass in between people or in front of a TV. Okay, again, those are just, Filipino um, mannerism. Next, number four, you nod your head upwards or raise your eyebrows to greet someone instead of saying good morning. What we do is, you know, it's already a greeting for us if we say we raise our eyebrows. When you stumble upon somebody while you're walking, right? You just raise your eyebrows to greet someone, and that's it. Filipinos, that's it. Okay. Next, you show up late for work and your excuse is, I forgot to turn on the alarm. Or better yet, the word traffic. Eh. Okay, so there. Well, we can see that some child saying very true. Instead of greetings, that's right. Very jokoy, that's true. Okay. Yes, or hoy or psst, right? It's already a greeting for us. Hoy. Okay. So there. Next, the number six. You think taking a shower, taking a bath are the same thing. Okay, taking a shower, taking a bath. Okay, so just Google it. What does it mean? Okay, so there. All right. So the pointing uso. There's a there's a comment there. The pointing uso. Yes. Shower is shower. Bath is bath. That's correct. Saying I'm on the way even though you're still taking a bath. Yeah, very Filipino. Okay, so there. Okay, so again, these are just mannerisms of us Filipinos. But of course, that's why sometimes it's funny because especially if you have American friends, they already know who you are by what how you're doing, like having a pail, right? Having a pail and a tabo in our restroom. That's the Filipino way, right? Or having the big in the US they know that the family is Filipino when there's a big spoon and fork display, right? The almighty tambo. Tabo is life. That's correct. So that's how we do it because that's how even the Filipinos that are already in America. That's how they do it. Okay, I'm not sure if right now because we already have home buddies. There's still the big spoon and fork display, but during when I was a kid, that's how we grow up. That's the staple of a Filipino house where there's a big spoon and fork display. I think all of the families back then have that as a display, right? So there. I know because I we had that. Of course, you can use it as a blog on your blog because it's really funny, right? Because that's something that we do as Filipinos. That's already our culture, and it is funny because sometimes it's something that um if you are in America and they see that, especially the tabo is live, they don't know how to use it. Yes, they only use tissue or bidet. Yes, they don't have the tabo and pail. And if you have that tabo and pail in your restroom, they would ask, "What's that for?" Right? So there. Okay, so let's move on. It's really funny. Okay. Correct. That's the Filipinos' unique way. You leave your slippers outside. Yes, that's true. That is very true. I like that. Tissue shortage, not a problem because we're Filipinos. Okay, right? Plus, I don't know. It's like tissue only. Really? I don't know if I can take that. I don't think so. No, not me. No.
No, no, no.
Yes, I don't know. Especially if there was a back in 2020, right? Last year when they why was there a I don't know, why were they panic buying tissues? What
Yeah.
for? It's COVID-19. Why are they buying tissues? What's that for? I don't understand. You know, Eh, eh, that's true. And I was like, when I was watching the news back then, I was like, "Wh- what's the connect? What's the connection of the TV with COVID-19? I don't understand." And everybody was fighting for it. I even see,
Was that the year
people.
that Karen was born? Like
I
the
think so. The
Karen, right?
Karen,
The
yeah,
Karens of the
Karen
world.
name, yes. They'll crap more because they're not going home due to lockdown. I guess so. But it's like a hoarding tissue. I really do not understand that. And I've also watched something like a person giving out tissues, and that person was like a hero to them. Why? I don't understand. I was like, okay, so the person is giving out rolls of tissues, and that person is really a hero already. I do not understand. Okay, so there. So let's move on. It's just something that I just don't understand. Famous Karen, that's right. Okay, again, these are some, okay, here in the Philippines that you would see. I'm not sure if you can see my screen properly, but you know, like this, we understand this, of course. Jogging pants. Okay, so there. Oven toaster. Flat iron. Okay. Electric pan. No, we understand this. No, this is just things that, especially this real rules to be follows, right? This is it, I'm not saying that we're making fun of them. It's just that this is something that, of course, we don't really make fun, but we already understand. We already understand because it's Filipino, okay, that it's there. See, I don't want to read the rules to be follows anymore because it's nosebleed. Okay, let's move on. Okay, and again, some examples. Okay, attention. If the bubble gum failure to outside from the machine, please ask the cashier inside. Probably this
I
is
wanted
because
waitress. I saw the picture.
yes, I wanted waitress. Okay, sweet shirt, sweet shirt. Okay, again, these are things that we already see. As much as possible. Of course, if we can help them out, why not? You know, but this is it's already once we see it, we understand it. We Filipinos, once we see it, we understand it. That's fine. Okay. And then next one, let's see. There. Wow. Through pillows. For sale. Oh, You see? Bawal umupo dito. Oh, the English is setting. Here is not allowed. Okay. Then we have wanted, housemaid, and waitress. That's the waitress again. Okay. So those are just, pictures again. Those are just things that, again, if we see it, we understand it because we're already Filipinos. All right. So there. Now let's move on to our next slide, the accent neutralization. Okay. Accent neutralization. Okay. So the first one that we have for accent neutralization, of course, is the introduction of neutral accent. Okay. Next, of course, pronunciation and enunciation. Improving your articulation and speech muscles conditioning. Okay, speech muscle conditioning. So the first one that we have, or next, on accent neutralization. So what we're going to learn in the next few days, American speech music. Okay, what does this mean? Of course, we will learn about sound liaison or connection, stress and rhythm, and of course, intonation, right? Next one that we will learn, of course, we have the English grammar. We will just revisit on parts of speech, no comparatives and superlatives. Of course, the very famous subject verb agreement, verb tenses, word usage, punctuations. Okay, again, this is just to revisit. I know some of you, when I heard you earlier when you're introducing yourself, okay, some of you are very articulate already. But of course, for the benefit of everybody here on this training, we will still revisit this so that everybody would be able to learn. Okay, the first one that we have, introduction, is what is accent? Okay, what is accent? In linguistics, an accent is a matter of pronunciation peculiar to a particular individual location or nation. Okay, the term accent is often incorrectly used in its place, but an accent refers only to the way words are pronounced. Okay, of course, because when you are in different parts of the globe, you have different pronunciation of each word. Okay, the different accent. Even here in the Philippines, right? We have different accent. Why? If you come from when we speak Tagalog, right? When you come from Luzon, or no, when you come from in Luzon, let's be specific in Luzon. There's already different accent here. Why? When you come from Cavite, you know that they are from Cavite because on how they talk. Same thing if you're from Quezon. Same thing if you are from Bulacan and if you are from Batangas, right? So meaning, you're speaking the same language, but you have different, we call here in Filipino punto, right? So that's the accent, the punto. Okay? So we have that. Even in, the Visayas region, right? The Visayas region, um, they speak, the same language but different accent, and they can understand each other. It's just that they know they are coming from a different area. It's because on how they pronounce it. Okay, so there. So that's what we're going to learn here. How we're going to, or what accent do we need to learn? Okay. What accent? Accent is the neutral accent or the general American? This is what we wanted to, this is our goal for us to have a neutral accent. Okay. Although America has regional pronunciation differences, the accent that you will learn is that of standard American English. as spoken and understood by the majority of educated native speakers in the US. You will then speak in a way that is most comfortable and familiar to majority of native speakers. American dictionaries adopt the pronunciations used by most national radio and television broadcasters, often referred to as broadcast network standard. It usually becomes the basis of standard American English. Okay, so this is what you're going to learn. Okay, again, in of course in the US, like what I said, there's a lot of different accents, okay, as well. Um, if you're coming from the south, of course, you would hear that southern accent. Okay, so that is why what we need to learn is the standard American English, because that this is also what they use in news. If you watch CNN, so this is what they use, the standard American English. Okay, when you're talking from somebody in New York, the tendency is they speak fast, very fast. Okay, if you're talking somebody in the southern area, they speak slow. Okay, if you're talking to somebody in like in New Jersey, um, you'll be able to speak with uh, people who have sometimes like a colloquial, okay, English, wherein it's like street slang. Okay, so that's how you hear it. um, Again, what we're trying to do here, that's why in the Philippinism earlier, there are words there that you can use. Okay, but what we wanted to have is, to be professional as can be, especially if we're talking or speaking over the phone. So we wanted, of course, people to be able to understand us as clearly as possible. Okay. All right. So there again, standard American English. And for that, we will start with pronunciation and enunciation. Okay. So clear articulation requires three conditions. Okay. Clear articulation requires three conditions. The first, the sound must be accurately formed. The sound must be accurately formed. Okay, we have to practice that. Okay, on our how we speak. The sound must be sufficiently supported by the breath. Okay, by the breath. Why? Because sometimes if you don't know how to breathe in and breathe out properly, you won't be able to. You will sound like you're catching your breath when you're talking. Okay, so that's why you have to know how to do this as well. The sound must be completely finished. See how I said finished? Because sometimes, okay, there are times where we're talking, because especially when we're talking really fast. Okay, there are times wherein you don't pronounce the letters anymore. No, there are certain letters that you don't pronounce anymore in the English language, but now, for you to be able to for you to sound confident, you have to you have to articulate that word correctly. When I say finished, I pronounce the letter D. Okay, you can hear it. Okay, so that's the thing as well, especially if you are talking over the phone, or not. This is not only for call centers, or if you are talking over the phone, because this actually you can use it when you're doing a speech, right? When you're talking in front of a large crowd, okay, you have to form and pronounce your words correctly and clearly. Okay, see how I did it there? Okay. So I hope you're learning from that. When you're, especially if you're taking public speech, okay, people won't be able to understand you if you're speaking too fast. No, there are people who don't know how to do that. That's why there are, when you are in public speaking, this is one of the things that they learn. They need to study it. Why? Because they have to get the uh, in the crowd, the participation of the crowd. They have to get their attention. And how are you going to get their attention? You have to speak properly, especially the words. You can elongate some of the words to make a point, right? Or you can, because that's how you actually provide the feelings, right? Okay. So there, I'm sorry. I need to pause. I need to mute a bit because my son is telling me something. Okay. So there. That's why it's really important with that we know how to pronounce, the pronunciation correctly. We have to do that. Okay, and the enunciation. Okay. So that's what we're going to learn. Okay. How do we improve our articulation? Okay. So that's the next slide that we have. How do we improve the articulation? Willpower. And you have to have that willpower. Okay. Your mouth must be capable of opening fully. Okay. Okay. So you have to have that willpower. You have to, because again, this is, i- it's really true when you say it's all in the mind. Okay, right? If you always say that I can do this, then you can do it. Okay, so there. Number two, your mouth must be capable of opening fully. Okay? And sometimes, when especially those who are speaking in front of a public speaker, you will see them on the backstage opening and closing their mouth. They're exercising their mouth. They're exercising their mouth. If you can just see me right now, if my camera is set up, you'd be able to see me opening my mouth. This is because for me to be able to tell you how it should be. It's the same thing when you're talking in uh, over the phone. When you're talking to someone, if you want to make a point, especially if you are in sales, you really have to have that presence. How will you have to have how will you get that presence, or how will you be able to um, get their attention if you cannot speak properly? Okay, so that's why you need to practice that. Okay. Third, loosen lazy lips. Loosen lazy lips. Again, it's like a practice of the mouth. Okay. Why? Because sometimes, there are people who really eat their words. They eat their words when they're talking, and they don't want to. See how I do it right now. It's like uh, I'm under the ocean, and you cannot really understand what I'm trying to say. See why? Because you have to loosen those lazy lips. Robot like. That's right. It's robot like, right? And sometimes you don't understand. Come again? Of course, some those who are actually listening to you, especially if you're talking to someone, they would actually ask you, "What? Come again? Can you repeat that?" It's because y- you were not able to pronounce it properly. Okay. Next, teach your tongue to keep its place. Teach your tongue to keep its place. Okay. Why? Because if you're doing something and I'm moving my tongue around on my mouth, and see, if I'm moving my tongue around on my mouth, okay, it's like you're eating again. It's like eating your words, right? That's why you have to teach your tongue to keep its place. Again, number five. This is what I always say since the start. Okay, practice. Okay, every time you speak, remind yourself to speak each word well. Okay, see, practice. Every time you speak, remind yourself to speak each word well. You have to emphasize it. That is correct. Stop writing and reading. Speak out loud what you think. Yes, that's right. Okay. Even if you are just reading a book, okay, for you to be able to practice the words, okay, for you to be able to practice the words, read it out loud. Okay, read it out loud. Just do not read it just reading it. Okay, read it out loud for you to be able to practice. And so, that's what I like about it as well, is because um you'd be able to say the words correctly too. And sometimes there are words that you don't know how to, how to say it. You'd be able to, oh, what word is this? Okay, you'd be able to look it up in the dictionary and then go ahead and see how it is supposed to be read, right? That is correct, Pia. Have the confidence. Your listeners will feel it from your words. That's correct. Exactly. And you would be able to convey what you want with how you pronounce it and how you enunciate it, right? Especially if you're selling something, right? For you to be able to make a point, okay? For you to be able to make a point on what you're going to say, then you have to have that feeling. And how to have that feeling? And for you to be able to speak it properly, or you do have to pronounce it and enunciate it properly. Exactly. Speak slowly but clearly so that you can think what the word is next. That's what I do. That is very correct. That's what I do personally. Okay? I don't speak fast. Definitely no. Okay? This is for me to be able to articulate what I'm going to say. Okay? What I'm doing right now is I'm already thinking of what I'm going to say next to you guys. Okay? If you're listening to me now, I don't talk really that fast. It's because I'm already thinking what is next. And that's the thing that you need to practice. Okay? Learn how to pause to avoid fillers. That's correct as well. Okay? Wow. There's a lot of, there's a lot of people here already, Mary, that are, I think, are very good in this, speaking.
I know, right?
Yes.
They're also very active when it comes to activities and assignments. They really want to learn.
Very good. Yes, think clearly so that you can have a great flow with a wonderful thought process in your mind. Yes, because sometimes, of course, like what I said, we won't be able to. Um, there are times wherein we get distracted. And that is actually true. Wherein your thought process, it breaks and you don't know what you're going to say next anymore. And this is the time we're in, of course, especially if you're talking to a client. If you get distracted, you don't make any sense anymore. Okay, when you're talking, it's because you are distracted of a lot of things. Okay, so you have to clear your thoughts. All right, so the next slide that we have is commonly mispronounced words. Okay, commonly mispronounced word. Okay, I see here a chat saying that, but there are times where we are very focused about what to respond or say next, and we fail to listen well to whoever we are talking to. You are correct, Mary Grace. That that sometimes happen as well, um, because we're too into what we're talking about or what we're saying, that we sometimes do not hear what the other person is already stating. We'll go there later on in our training. It's part of our listening skills. Okay, we'll talk more about that. But that is correct, Mary. Thank you for your comment. Okay, so we on the next slide that you see here. Okay, commonly mispronounced words. Okay, pronunciation. Okay, pronunciation. It's not pronunciation. Should be pronunciation. Multiple. Distribute or distribute. Okay. Our. Bury. Individual. Third. Clarify. Modify. It's not modify. Modify. Notify. Strawberry. Inventory. Organization. Organization. Okay, sometimes we hear people saying organization. That's wrong. Organization. Confirm. Okay, Filipinos, we say confirm, right? Should be confirm. Profile. Scarce. Example. Eligible. No, because sometimes we hear eligible. No, that's incorrect. Should be eligible. Forwarded. Associate. Yeah, again, associate. Please do not please do not read this as associate. Okay, the associate. Okay. Yes, Mary Grace.
Hi, Miss Lynette. I'm very curious about the right pronunciation of the word. Is it opportunity or opportunity? That one. And YouTube or YouTube.
For YouTube, both are accepted. YouTube and YouTube. Okay, both are accepted. But for the opportunity, it's opportunity. Okay.
Ate Lynette, how do you pronounce niche? Is it niche? N-I-C. I always say that word and I don't know how to pronounce it.
That's a good
Niche.
one. Niche. Let's see what I said. We learn
Oh,
together.
you showed that. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. You showed us that last
The,
training. The how to check in Google. Oh.
yes. You can actually put the word in Google, and then because there's a like a speaker icon on the left side, you'd be able to hear how it's pronounced. Okay. Sorry, my screen froze. So now I'm curious. I want to see how. Niche. Ah, it should be niche. Well, you can also use niche because let me show it to you. See here? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
The we can see the PowerPoint.
Oh, the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
My boss. I wanna share this. Uh, Only the PowerPoint.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. Here. See there? It can be niche. It can be niche. You need to know how to do this too. If sometimes you cannot hear how it's how it's said. You can see that there's a comma there. It's niche or niche. See, a long sh. That's one of the things that if you're reading loudly, reading a book, and you don't that's how I do it as well. If I'm reading, and there are words that I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced or what it means, I put it in Google and just look it up. And sometimes I won't be able to hear it. I just read this. This is how you read it. You have the long e here. Okay. This one is just a short I, and then ch, so niche, and then you have niche. Okay, and if you listen to it, okay, it can be niche or niche. Okay, there. That's how I do it. All right. Let's see the comments. Both are acceptable. Niche or leech. Yes. Yes, if you're in doubt, then listen how it sound by clicking on the side. That's correct. You can click on um, the speaker icon. All right, thank you. Love it. Okay. The next one is we will have an activity, guys. Let's see. Okay, we will have an activity. The accent neutralization paragraph. So this is what we're going to do. 3 minutes will not be enough. Um, let's do this in 10 minutes, I guess. Let's do this in 10 minutes. So Mary, can you put because they need to record themselves. So
Yep.
what I need you to do is, I need you to read this and then record yourself. Okay, the accent neutralization paragraph. Okay, I need you to read this and then record yourself, and you can put as much as much feeling as you want how you do this, but you can like what I said, I want you to record this, and then Mary will be putting the link in our chat on how we're going to record this, and then you have to pass it over to Mary.
Yep. I'm gonna
Um,
put the link on where they can submit to.
yes, so there. You have to submit that to Mary. This is because we're going to listen to the activity. Okay. Um, so I need you to do this accent neutralization paragraph. So just state your name there on the blank when you're reading this. Okay. This is a practice, of course. So um, once we're already done with our training at the end of the week, probably on Wednesday or Thursday, we'll do this again. We'll do this again. But of course, with the things that we've learned with our training. Okay, so for now on, of course, or from for now, what I need you to do is to just record this doing your how you're going to do it on your own. Okay, without of all the things that we've talked about earlier. Now, how you're going to do this right now, okay, versus on how you're going to do this later on in the training. So that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so there. So Rose,
Let's do 15.
yep.
Let's do 15 minutes. I'll turn the timer on because they can see the timer on YouTube, so they know.
All right. Yes, it's going to be 15 minutes. So right now it's 5:31. So let's be back after 15 minutes. Yes, you need this. You need to pass it today.
Lucy, I sent the link to record, and yes, Maricar, you need to pass it today. You guys have 15 minutes.
Not actually today, but now,
Now,
meaning,
as
yeah.
in now, now,
Yes,
now.
you have that 15 minutes to do that and pass it to Rose.
I'll grab coffee. I'll see you guys in 15. Guys, you can go ahead and leave the meeting now. And then just listen, go back to YouTube to watch after. Let's see. Let me just check real quick. Hold on. Because I want to give you guys a quick break before the next um okay, I think you need guys to leave the meeting and then just watch via YouTube stream again. And then after this activity, we'll have Adeline discuss just a couple more things of what you need to prepare for tomorrow. And then you guys will also have another 10-minute break just so you guys can stretch a little before the next training with me. And then one last thing, guys, no more extension for this activity. So you need to submit it unless you advised me last week that you won't make it or that you'd be out today. So just leave the meeting and then it's okay, Rochelle. Okay, leave the meeting, continue your recording, and then just watch via YouTube.
Okay, hello everyone again. I hope that you were all able to do the activity. But if for those who are having troubles, you may go ahead and connect with Mary regarding that, so that because you need to pass this, at least by the end of your training today. So we need to get this recording from you. So, what we're going to talk about tomorrow would already be phonetics. We will continue with that. We will continue with, of course, with our accent neutralization. So, for right now, of course, I know that you would still have
two
you would
hours
2 hours
Yes.
to continue with your training. So like what Mary told you earlier, you still have a break, of course you need that. um, so I will leave you today, guys, and I will see you again tomorrow. Again, hopefully all of you will still be here tomorrow, so that okay, we'll learn together. Okay,
Yes.
so have fun with your training later on. This is, oh, so it's like 4 hours per day, huh? For
Yes,
them.
and they actually spent 2 hours with me already. This particular batch, since they don't have that much experience just yet, I actually started training them last week because I told them that this week it's going to be intense. They have to be quick. They have to um, be able to catch up because I told them that people from the call center industry and those who have experience in the call center industry
Hmm.
would be very quick when it comes to task.
Yes,
um,
and they know how to do multitask already.
for lack
So,
of better term, batak na ang mga utak. And so they really have to be very quick when it comes to submitting tasks. I tried training them already with a couple of um, system that we
mhm.
use, especially Zoom and submission to a Vocaru, and then submission using Google Forms. So they should be able to catch up.
Oh, okay, okay. So that's great. So again, thank you guys, and see you all tomorrow. So go ahead and I'll leave you to your coach Mary, so that she can continue with you guys. See you again tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Bye, Ate Lynette. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.
Okay, guys, let's leave the meeting room and let's all take a break. We'll see you at 6. Thanks, everyone.